Welcome to Shaky Sports Journeys. Thank you very much for joining us again. Please be subscribing free to the channel. Much appreciated. Bringing you lots of T20 World Cup coverage at the moment. It's exciting times. And I thought I'd bring a fantastic guest from Pakistan to talk a bit more about Pakistani cricket. So I say hello to ex-Pakistani captain and opening batsman, Salman Butt. How are you, sir?
Hello, how are you? I'm good. Thank you very much.
I'm
I
very
hope
well as well,
everything is
thank
good.
you. Good to have you with us. So first thing I want to start by asking you, Salman Bhai, is you played in Scotland. I think you played in Scotland two or three times. So you've experienced playing against the Scotland team, even at the T20 World Cup in 2007 as well. What did you think of this Scotland team that you've been watching so far?
Well, I can safely say that Scotland are on the track, on the right path to becoming one of the nations that play cricket intensely. They play it hard, and they can come up with good results, not only in the ICC events but bilaterally as well. I think they are growing very much as a cricketing nation.
Yeah, no, I think so. We're very happy. We beat Bangladesh. Today, we've managed to beat PNG. So one more victory, I hope, inshallah, against Oman. And then we will be into the Super 12 stages. So fingers crossed. But let's talk about cricket that you're very well versed in, and that's Pakistani cricket. Big tournament for Pakistan. There's been a lot of juggling, players out, players in. How are you happy with the final squad?
Well, it's better than what was initially announced, and it was a kind of a squad that uh, minutes after the chief selector announced it, he had to say that we still can change this on the 10th till the 10th of October. So that could tell that how confident he was about his own announcement. And it didn't make any sense because he had four players in the middle order who either had not performed well because they had been there for a year and a half with the Pakistan team, and in another case, in case of Azam Khan, potentially a very good uh, youngster who could be very lethal in the future. But for now, he needs to get more fitter and needs to get more game time in the domestic cricket under his belt. So I think it was too early a call for him. And in a tournament like World T20, where the world's best would be representing their countries, and the conditions that it's going to be played in are not going to be hit through the line kind of wickets. These pitches you have to graft at times, you have to understand the tempo of the game, and then change your plans according to the pitch. So you need a bit of experience to relate to this kind of cricket that we are going to see in the World Cup. So I thought that was the main reason why they had to change it. And then obviously Shoaib Malik came in, then Sarfraz came in, and Heather Ali, he was in good form in the domestic season. He also came in, and so did Fakhar Zaman. So the four changes, they make a lot of sense now.
Were you happy to see Malik come back into the side?
Yes, definitely. I think you need experience because you need a blend of both youth and experience to get you through in the situations. And in shape of Malik and Muhammad Hafiz, we have the two very experienced players, two senior most players, and the rest are relatively young. Babar, world number one. Rizwan has been top of his game. In the last year, he's the highest run getter. And then we have three players in Haider Ali, in Hafiz, and in obviously Fakhar Zaman, who can blast off, who can just straight away take the game. Uh, they play at a high strike rate. So these three players complement the other three who are much more stable. So that is what you require. You just cannot have one-way traffic.
No, I agree with you. I wanted Malik. I felt it was harsh to leave him out. Whatever said and done about Shoaib Malik, I always find he comes in tricky situations, and as you say, he can use his experience to bat, rotate the strike, and then he can go a little bit bigger again at the end. So I was also happy to see him come back. And what about the bowling? What about the bowling attacks, man, by you? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I still believe that Wahab Riaz should have been there because in our bowling attack that we have chosen for the World Cup, talk about Hassan Ali, he's very good. Talk about Shaheen, he's our main bowler. But when you come to Haris and Shaheen, these are two bowlers who, if we are left like 25 to get and 7 wickets down, then we'll be a bit more shaky. Whereas if we had Wahab Riaz there, and we know he can hit a few blows, he won us a couple of games in the previous World Cups. And every now here and there we see him performing well with the bat in the leagues, in the PSL and different places that he goes and plays his cricket. So I think we missed that trick. He's somebody who bowls 140 plus, then he fields really well, and he's a very capable batter. So you need to have three deep players in your and experienced players in your lineup. So I still believe that he could have been another addition in this team. And the other concern in the bowling is that the spinners that we are depending a lot on our leg spinner Shadab, who hasn't been in the best of his form in the last year or so. So we need him to, get rolling, get us wickets in the middle, and this is something. If he is able to deliver, Pakistan will have a good chance.
That was going to be my next question. Do you now you me and you both know, you know better than me. You've been part of the squad, you've experienced it. You can never write Pakistan off when it comes to a tournament. Even though going into this, I don't feel as confident as I may be in a few other tournaments, but I do feel like this team could still surprise a lot of people and do something special.
Inshallah. And I think even with this team that we have, apart from a one or two additions that could have possibly made it the best we could represent, we still have people who could bat till number 8 and 9, and we still have 8 bowlers playing in the same 11. So it is a lot of variety, a lot of options for the captain. Now the point is, how does he put them in place? What he uses, when he uses, and what the results these decisions can produce. So it is up to him now. The options are there.
Now, the last question I've got for you is going to be the question I'm sure you're going to be getting asked all week, and you're probably going to be discussing it quite a lot. There's a big game on Sunday, between two countries who have a slight bit of rivalry in Pakistan and India. What's your thoughts on that match?
Well, it's always a game which is most spoken about, most anticipated, and quite naturally, because 150 billion people in India and about 2.2 billion in Pakistan. So it has to be the most talked about game because they have the most number of people watching them around the world. So no surprises there. It's always a game where nobody wants to lose. If Indians, they will talk about it. They would, nothing matters to them more than losing to Pakistan. And the same thing is for us Pakistanis. People say win from India, forget the rest of it. So, but I think the good approach for both the teams would be to look at it just as another game, to keep calm and do not get into the uncontrollables. Just wait for the occasion and then go unleash yourself on the day.
What's the prediction, Salman Bhai? I don't want you sitting on the fence. Give me a prediction, please.
Well, I think no favorites in the T20, no clear favorites in the T20 format. Any two people can win a game for a side. And I see that Indians, they have more experience, more people in form. They've just played the IPL uh, in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and all these conditions. And Pakistan have played a lot of cricket. So not much difference. I'd say 55-45 will give 5% more to India because of their experience. But I'll say it's going to be a close contest if you want to call it before the game actually takes place.
Yeah, I agree. The one thing also is we still have never beaten them in a World Cup. So this is something that we need to really get over the line
But
now.
I think Pakistan don't need to worry about that particular part because if we win, we create history, and if we lose, nothing changes. So Pakistan shouldn't be concerned about it that much, and that's the way to take pressure off yourself. I am seeing that Indians have started saying this, that this doesn't matter to them what the result is. They're looking to win the World Cup, so they are putting pressure off themselves. So why not Pakistan?
I agree. I agree. Salman Bhai, thank you very much for joining me. Maybe I will pester you a little bit more as the tournament goes on and try and catch you for 5-10 minutes here and there because I like your
Sure,
I like your thoughts on Pakistani cricket and also your thoughts on other teams as well. I think you talk very fairly and knowledgeable about it, and I don't always feel that way when I'm listening to a lot of Pakistani pundits. I find they're a little bit biased and not very clear cut in what they're saying. So I like the way you come across and you talk from an intellectual point of view. So hopefully we can catch up again before the tournament ends.
Thank you, Qasim. God bless. Do well. Go well with your channel.
Thank you very much, brother. Take care. Khudafis.
Okay.